Okay, with that said, we gotta thank the match sponsor of this next contest. We're talking about Wes, we're talking about Kyle, and we're talking about Rocco Evans. So thank you to you three for always watching out and sponsoring and giving us your weekends. Every time we see you here in the Mecca, we are very appreciative. So thank you to the Evans family for sponsoring this next singles match. Okay, with that said, this singles match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, wrestling would be nothing without our fans. And so with that, we say thank you to our sponsors, Wes, Kyle, and Rocco. Rocco here for his last show. He's such a good boy, our four-legged friend. And they've sponsored a good one. This is the end of a trilogy, the third match, the rubber match, if you will, between two fantastic performers. And I have a feeling it's not going to be pretty, Sam.
No, it's not. These are two ladies that have torn it up all over the Northeast. Sammi Chaos looking to lay waste to one of the biggest and brightest stars in the women's division in the Northeast. Gabby Forza, super well-liked by all of the fans. Sammi Chaos, no love lost between her and the fans, but she's been making statement after statement, taking out every woman in her path. It would seem like the only woman she hasn't been able to hold down for the count is Gabby Forza. As you know, each of them hold a win over each other. Tonight will determine who, in fact, is the best hoss in the Northeast, I would say. And what's that? Is she holding a like a dark gnome?
It is a gnome that has been spray painted black, or it's been co-opted by Sammi Chaos and joined the dark side. I don't know. You ask her. I'm not doing it.
Well, I know we saw that eerie video in which Sammi chronicled.
And her opponent.
Well,
that's a nice way to put it.
Unaliving, shall we say, Gabby's gnomes, Gabby's family, a little somber, but Gabby, here to make a smash, here for her comeuppance.
Well, she hasn't killed Gabby's spirit, that's for sure. Coming out here like a ball of fire. Gabby Forza trying to end this trilogy, and it's important because this has become personal. You never touch a person's gnome. That's going too far.
You don't, and you certainly don't touch Gabby Forza's gnomes. I've seen many women break Gabby's gnomes, be it accidentally or intentionally, and then unleash the beast. Many of you see Gabby in the ring. She's an absolute powerhouse, super dominant, but a really nice person outside of the ring. You don't want to stoke that beast and get her upset.
Sam, you say powerhouse, but you got to let these people know you mean that literally. I mean, she has...
I would like to welcome both of you to this match sponsored by Wes, Kyle, and Rocco Evans.
Wait a minute here. Wait.
This singles match is scheduled for one fall.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Yep,
Ray Sanchez, our promoter.
Let's give Ray the floor. What do you...
Oh, okay. Well, our showrunner, Ray Sanchez, coming out with a belt.
Ray, why don't you introduce, what is this piece of hardware?
Is this what I think it is? Sanchez, you sneak, you pulled another one on us.
Again, thank you to Wes, Kyle, and Rocco for sponsoring your semi-main event, which is now for the Respect Women's Heavyweight Championship.
And the surprises keep coming.
Welcome to this singles match for the Respect the Craft Respect Women's Championship. This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the far corner to my left, she fights out of Asbury Park, New Jersey. She is the Harvestor of Sorrows, Sammi Chaos.
Sammi Chaos, Dark Gnome in hand.
And her opponent, she fights out of Long Island, New York. She is your homie, the Gnomie, your one and only
Gabby Forza, the Gnomie. And suddenly we are calling a championship match that we didn't expect, but more importantly, these two competitors didn't anticipate or expect. And you got to wonder, Sam, as we see the referee display what is now on the line here, you got to wonder if that changes things psychologically for both of these opponents. This match already had a lot at stake. It was the end of a trilogy. It was Gabby trying to get her comeuppance on Sammi Chaos for all the damage she's done to her personal effects. And now, on top of that, there is a championship on the line.
Yes, an already heated rivalry being made piping hot by the interjection of the RTC Women's Championship. Tonight we will be crowning the inaugural holder of that belt right here at Respect. It will be Sami Callihan or Gabby Forza.
And Sammi Chaos holding on to that Gnomie. You can see the smile. It's all right. There's been so much going on here.
I don't blame you, Sam. A lot of wrestling racking my brain right now.
That's fine. And listen, if you're going to name anybody, there's no shame in comparing her to Sami Callihan because she is just as vicious and violent. And if you want proof of that, you should see what she did to those gnomes. It wasn't pretty.
Oh, yeah. She does a cannonball that could definitely rival Callahan's. But back to the contents of this match, I think Gabby is showing her displeasure with that dark gnome.
Not just that, she's saying that that red spot is the blood. The blood. And I think that's the blood of Gabby Forza. This is, again, the end of a trilogy here. Let's go over the history a little bit as Gabby Forza. And you got to wonder if this is a psychological advantage for Sammi Chaos here. She's already in the kitchen of Gabby Forza. The first match, Gabby speared Chaos and was able to get the victory. But in the second match, Chaos dumped Gabby right on top of her head and then landed a Vader bomb, and in the process took her gnome. And look, I get it. Some people might say it's a gnome, it's a silly little thing. Well, guess what? It means a lot to Gabby. Some people need that security blanket, figuratively, so to speak.
Yeah, Gabby doesn't need a security blanket in the ring, but it's something that has become so synonymous with her love of gnomes, and I think that some wrestlers try and dog on her for that, try and take advantage of that with her. Oh, now Sammi Chaos going for that handshake, not breaking the grip. Both of these ladies striking, unloading, no love lost between these two. This is going to be a hellacious physical match. It's not often that both of these ladies are faced with someone in the ring that can really go toe-to-toe with them, pound for pound.
And this is going to be a big hoss fight, as we used to call it back in the day. And already, Sammi Chaos just driving the Gnomie onto the ground here. But Gabby Forza with those big forearms. But look, Sammy's still standing up. Those forearms that would knock down an ordinary competitor are not having the impact on some of the size of Sammi Chaos, but
for sure. And keep in mind, Gabby Forza, a pro footballer, not able to get Sammy down, but she did get her over that middle rope to the outside. Now Chaos on the outside regaining her composure.
And that's not something Sammi Chaos is used to being thrown off her feet. Middle rope, top rope, it doesn't matter. Ooh.
Yeah, these two ladies are so evenly stacked. Sammi Chaos has been in the game a little longer than Gabby Forza, but over the last 2 years, the work rate that Gabby has put in, she's got well over 100 matches under her belt, and she's traveled all over the U.S. and Canada.
You know, Sam, it's not the amount of experience you have in years, but the amount of experience you have in dates, in matches, and wisdom.
And in opponents, too.
Without a doubt. And gnomes can't count to 10. We're learning that. And for Sammi Chaos, she's learning that the hard way.
Yeah, I think Sammy is regretting her decisions leading up to this match, angering Gabby Forza.
And Gabby Forza going out to break the count. And this is a championship match, so I guess it cannot be decided on a count out. So it's smart of Gabby Forza. But I think that is more to the liking so that she can cause and inflict more pain on Sammi Chaos. But Sammy catches her. Oh, no. Whoa! Oh, no.
Wow, nearly breaking the face of Forza on that outside apron. This is now where Sammy is her most comfortable, beating people up on the outside. She utilized that post just now. She's in her element, Harry.
She is so big and so massive that when she drives you into a post, it's a lot different than a different opponent doing that. But Gabby smartly reversing it. She had to do that to survive here, because I don't know if she could have outlasted another blow from Sammi Chaos.
Yeah, Gabby smartly strategizing here on the outside, clubbing blows to the back of Sammy, but Sammy not relenting here. Both of these ladies just strongly dislike each other, and when you add that title into the picture, we're really going to see these women as competitive as ever.
You know, I wonder right now in this moment if either of them are thinking about the title with the amount of pain they're causing to each other. This right now is very personal. I think the title is a nice benefit, but even without the championship on the line, I knew this was going to be violent. I knew this was going to be intense. But look at Sammi Chaos smartly using her size, her leverage.
Driving that neck of Gabby Forza right now. Gabby trying to power out. She's clearly in pain, but she's a tough cookie.
And lucky for her, that powerlifting background has helped her fight her way out, striking the ribs of Sammi Chaos.
Gabby Forza with endless amounts of wind and heart, not one to give up. Chaos creating a little bit of distance. Off the ropes she goes, but no one home there for Forza.
And Sammi Chaos, there's those years of experience you're talking about, but Gabby smartly moving out of the way of the senton, and that would have been it if Chaos had landed her entire frame on top of Gabby Forza.
And now Gabby, senton of her own here, really feeling it. Not going for that pin. She's got to have something else up her sleeve. She's fired up.
There we go.
Now she does it.
2.
Hooks that leg, not quite enough. I think that she's going to really want to get Sammi Chaos back on her feet and deliver some strikes, power moves, utilize the corner, really everything around her.
It's definitely going to take a lot to keep her down. Oh.
Vicious back elbow to Forza. Both of these ladies really putting some vinegar into each of those strikes.
Oh, wow.
Now with a hair heel to Gabby Forza. Chaos.
1, 2. And a kick out there from Forza. And you know something? You're rarely in a situation as Gabby Forza, a competitor with a size disadvantage. She's not used to that. And what happens when you're in that situation is these maneuvers, these move sets, these combinations that you usually rely on, they're not as effective, and it throws you off.
Yeah, so of course Gabby, Sammy, they can both use these powerhouse moves that they know are in their arsenal, but it might be a little bit harder to cinch those in than with a smaller opponent.
Without a doubt, but Sammi Chaos just driving Garza again like a ragdoll, like she's not used to being tossed around, and using that massive frame to choke her out and utilizing the entire count. And this is a terrible situation for the Gnomie. You know, she might have come into this, you know, it's with a little bit too much personal animosity, and her focus, you know, might have been different against a different challenger, but here she is now suffering at the hands of Sammi Chaos, who can put this away if she can drive the Gnomie into the mat here, but she's fighting her way out.
She is, and in a match as personal as this, now with title implications, the inaugural Women's Championship at RTC on the line, Gabby Forza knows what she's fighting for, so too does Sammi Chaos.
Sam, did you see that Forza was gearing up for some type of lariat and just driven to the ground so quickly with minimal effort from Sammi Chaos, just using all that frame to do the work for her, and now, she's in a bad predicament. Is the Gnomie.
Sammi Chaos really looking to lay waste to Forza. She doesn't just want to win. She doesn't want to just become the champion, but she really wants to prove to everyone in the Northeast that she's better than Gabby. Gabby, a competitor competing internationally now. So as I always say, someone's always next up, and Sammi Chaos wants to be that gal.
Well, the worst thing you can deal with is somebody who has a massive frame and is also has a jealous personality. And let me tell you something. Sammi Chaos, I mean this with no disrespect, she's fed up with the amount of hits and views that the Gnomie is getting.
Yeah, she's sick and tired of constantly having the fans cheer for Gabby and never her. But Gabby now really fed up with Sammi Chaos. She's fired up. She's getting into that fourth gear that she needs to be at if she's going to be the RTC Women's Champion. Taking down the beanstalk that is Sammi Chaos here.
Repeatedly just landing those chops. That knocks the wind right out of you. And that might be what Gabby has to do to... I mean, she literally has to chop her opponent down like a big redwood and taking the breath away. That might be step one here.
Yeah, I think Chaos is looking to create a little bit of distance there by cinching into those ropes, but Forza now, she's got it locked in. Could this be a suplex if she can get it? But Sammi Chaos driving those hips in.
And then those open palm strikes right to the quads.
Taking down Forza with such ease. Oh my gosh. Can feel the ring vibrate from here, and now
her knee might
Forza,
be dislocated here.
yeah,
you can see her.
She's favoring that, Harry.
And that's not going to help her in this moment here. She's already having enough difficulty as it is. And to do it on one leg, you're not going to be able to squat your way out of this.
But one thing Gabby Forza has is resolve. We're seeing that right now. And German right into the buckle. Devastating maneuver. The tide has turned. Gabby, you got to get up to your feet and capitalize on this momentum, girl.
She's got to take advantage here. Driving the hips into Sammi Chaos, and another.
And I think the crowd wants one more. Let's give them what they want.
Oh!
Basement crossbody delivered to Sammi Chaos.
And I think that's really smart of Forza to use all of her frame, to use every ounce of her frame, leap in the air. That's what she's going to have to do to equal the size disadvantage here.
And oh my gosh, is she going to attempt this?
I mean, she is a powerlifting champion.
And she hoists her up. What an act of strength by Gabby Forza. Go for that cover.
1, 2.
2.5. DM Stevens not calling the three count. This match rolls on for the Women's Championship here at RTC.
And Sammi Chaos has never been lifted and dropped like that in her career, and it could only happen at the hands of somebody who broke 2 New Jersey State records.
Of that, seeing Forza deliver that gives me hope that she could be closing in on a win here.
But again, I think this is a mistake here. She's trying to use these maneuvers. She going for the and that was reversed by Sammi Chaos. She was going for the jackhammer, which is how she's put away many an opponent, but those opponents aren't the size of Sammi Chaos.
I agree. She's really going to have to reassess her strategy. As you said, working with people that are smaller than you consistently can make you a little too comfortable delivering those power moves. But with Sammi, she's really going to have to use something that not only is powerful, but also quick to take Sammi off of her feet. And
right now, it's a question of which of these two will get to their feet first. This could be it. If you can capitalize on this advantage, these two have gone back and forth. And you can see, look at that, Gabby just favoring those ribs on the right side, and that might be the least of her injuries, but just, you know, showing Sammi Chaos where the injured parts are, that's not good, because she went right after it with a big punt kick.
Yeah, Chaos will laser in to those weaknesses, and we've seen this before. Such a dominant Chaos when she rises to the second rope. But Gabby Forza, she knows what's at stake. A W, a title. She stands up, last reserves of energy, and she hoists her up.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Could it be? She does it. She gets the big woman down. Chaos squarely center of the ring. The audience saying, holy crap. Harry, this could be the moment that Gabby closes in on inaugural champ.
She's going for the spear.
There she goes. Gabby, it's yours. Hook that leg.
1, 2, and no.
Oh my gosh. Just in the nick of time, Sammi Chaos grabbing the ropes at the last second.
And the positioning, unfortunate for Gabby, but definitely a great break there for Sammi Chaos.
Gabby not giving up here, Harry. What's she got up her sleeve?
I think she's headed to the top here. This is not a place we see Gabby very often, but I think she realizes she's got to dig deep into the playbook here. Something big to take down Sammi Chaos, but no.
Chaos wants nothing to do with a top rope Forza, but she has no problem throwing her off that top rope. This could be very dangerous for Gabby Forza right now.
This is not where Gabby Forza wants to be, and if the Harvestor of Sorrows is able to land this, it's going to be over for the Gnomie.
Looking to harvest Gabby Forza's soul. Oh my gosh, the ring nearly collapsing before us here. Semi-main event of Respect. It's anyone's game
Here we go for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner and the inaugural Respect the Craft, Respect Women's Champion, the Harvestor of Sorrows, Sammi Chaos!
Wow, I am just out of breath after calling that match. Harry, we have a new inaugural RTC Women's Champion in Sammi Chaos. Closing moments of the match, big risk by Chaos, delivering a hellacious suplex off the top rope to Forza, and that was enough for her to close in on the 1, 2, 3, making her a part of RTC history.
And for Gabby Forza, this has to be disappointing. Everything taken out of her by the bigger, the stronger, the more dominant, the Harvestor of Souls, Sammi Chaos, who now leaves the Mecca as the first Respect Women's Champion. And I'll tell you this, Sam, I truly believe in my heart, this is going to be a very long title reign.
I couldn't agree more. Congratulations to Sammi Chaos, and of course, fantastic showing by Gabby Forza. But